love it. From Beth Wilder, read Jack to Fiona Miller. Fiona, William Joyce is dead. Our only shot at stopping this thing is Jack. He can lead us to the countermeasure. I still believe that. Serene got to Jack first at the university. Too much heat for me to intervene. He's being moved to ground zero. I'm following the convoy there and will rescue him once his transport is past security checkpoints. Not going to be easy, but it might be our only shot. Keep Charlie Wilcott distracted so he's not looking over the security feeds. My cover won't last much longer. You need to be in my eyes on the inside. I agree you should check into Dr. Kim's lab and let me know what you find. I know gaining access will be difficult, but with the gala tonight, you might have a window. Might be able to steal Dr. Amaral's key card. I'll contact you once I'm on the other side. To Fiona from Beth. Beth, they're saying that William and Jack Joyce have both been detained. Did you manage to get to William first? Did he reveal the location of the countermeasure? You said you could get Jack out of there. What happened? Interesting developments over here. With the team focused on the university off, I managed to dig through an old email correspondence between Paul Serene and Dr. Kim. The content of the message is very cryptic, but before he died, Kim was running some kind of tests from his lab, and William's research and a device related to this were somehow connected to what he was doing. Did he know about the countermeasure? I think I need to get into Kim's lab and find out more, but that place has been non-restricted access since he died. Not a lot of choice, though. If Jack and William are in custody, then that lab may be our only lead left. I'm just not sure how to do it. I sure as hell can't just ask somebody to let me in there. And then she went and asked the doctor. Smart. Okay, that's all of the here, yes. Wait. Where's... there? Oh, it is too. Oh, I think I can get to it on the other side of the... Yes. Na, 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 na. Oh no. Here we go. Yeah. Alright, let's see if we can spend this point. No. I bought all the one. That costs 4? Holy cow. 4, 6, 4, 6, 4, 6, 4, 6, 4. Yeah, okay. Everything takes 4 or 6 of those. Great. A rooster. Aru. Okay. Tunnel snakes rule. Alright, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Jack, you have to understand that Will forced my hand.
What the hell happened to you?
There's no use fighting.
You killed him!
I'll explain when the time is right. You'll meet me tonight at the Monarch Gala.
Gala? Time's ending and you're having a fucking party.
Because when time ends, my plan...
We do this now. I'm not meeting you at...
Yes, you are. I've already seen it happen.
Seen what? What's this all for?
Goodbye, Jack.
No!
Jerk. From Clarence Ogawa, re Liamberg status to Martin Hatch. Sir, given the very recent events at the Tridocks, I now see exactly what you mean. Clearly you are right about Burke's loyalties being more fickle than they appeared. Of course, we have plenty of unanswered questions about how it came to this. To begin with, I don't see why Burke would be involved with Joyce. There's no way he did it out of some kind of an altruistic urge, but there has to be more to it. We know Burke didn't divert Joyce's transport since whereabouts at that time are accounted for, so there has to be somebody else involved too. I'm looking into it. To Clarence Ogawa from Martin Hatch. Clarence. Clarice? It's probably Clarice, isn't it? I'm an idiot. Anyways, I understand why you consider Mr. Birkin a set to our future plans. Unfortunately, while he is an exceptional individual, he is less suitable for the kind of duties you have in mind than may be immediately obvious. I'll explain. Yes, he's been trained as a striker, but Mr. Burke was disqualified, and for good reason. The men we have chosen to be strikers have strict physical requirements, a certain moral flexibility, and the kind of killer instinct you have to be born with, cultivated to a fine degree. A ferocious knack for survival. Mr. Burke certainly has those qualities. He wasn't just qualified from the striker program because he lacked them or because he couldn't wrap his head around the technical aspects of operating the technology. In fact, his performance was exceptional. So I fully agree with you that he's an impressive operative. But strikers by their very nature have to be made aware of Project Lifeboat and its purpose, at least on a general level, and that means they have to be able to accept its implications. Unfortunately, Mr. Burke has a deep attachment to his wife, and the fact is that even if we brought Mr. Burke in, that wouldn't guarantee a spot for her in the program. To be blunt, we don't need any more nurses, and we're already at capacity overall. We need Mr. Burke, but we don't need his wife. Mr. Burke would never accept that, particularly now that Mrs. Burke is pregnant. Therefore, it is vital that he doesn't understand the nature and scope of the threat we face. As for having him play a role in other aspects of future developments, I suspect that despite his seemingly amoral nature, Mr. Burke may have other qualms he's not consciously aware of. If he ever has to truly make a choice between conflicting loyalties, he may take a stand on principle and elect to act against his own best interest. That's not a chance I'm willing to take. Martin Hanch from Kurisagawa. Liam Burke says, Sir, I've been thinking about Liam Burke. I know you've worked closely with him for a while now, and he's been useful. There are assignments we can't use him for because of his insufficient security clearance. For instance, having to keep him in the dark about much of what will happen at the university, about the stutters we're expecting, about where it'll lead, makes him a far less effective field operative than I'd prefer and causes quite a bit of logistical difficulty, given that he's still going to be a part of the operation, and frankly it feels like wasted potential. I'd like you to consider the possibility of bringing Burke into the fold. He's completed most of the striker training, and even though he didn't finish the program, he made an impression on me as a tremendously capable asset. His service record is exemplary, and he has a well-earned reputation as somebody who gets things done, no questions asked. By the same token, I would love to include Burke in our long-term plans. We could use a man like him in our corner, and I could deploy him far more effectively. Let me know what you think. Yeah. About that. A helicopter right here. There it is. Yeah.
All right.
What's this? From manual for Liam Burke's psych evaluation to Martin Hatch. Is there an email? Can I read these in order? Nope, it's just the one. Oh, yeah, it's long. Martin, first of all, I have to again register my objection that you are having me do under the guise of a psych evaluation. It's a blatant violation of Liam Burke's doctor-patient confidentiality, and the only reason I'm doing this is because you leave me no other choice. Now, I recognize that in the world to come, our current rules and legislation, even our standards of morality, may no longer be applicable. We aren't there yet. You and Mr. Serene are placing the long-term mental well-being of hundreds of individuals in my hands, and I'm telling you right now, they don't trust not only me, but the system that put all of us in our particular positions. There's no way we can recover from it. On to Burke. It is my considered professional opinion that the man is a bit of a powder keg. For all his calm exterior, he's under tremendous pressure. I understand your reasoning for pulling him out of the striker program, but what you have essentially done is instill in him a sense of encroaching doom. He doesn't know the specifics, obviously. He didn't make it far enough in the program to be debriefed on that, but he knows that we're preparing for a future threat that is somehow related to the flow of time being interrupted, and that there are dangers out there, dangers that we have specifically been training the striker units for. There are men who are content to merely follow orders and let others worry about the consequences. Burke is not one of them. He is willing to commit acts of violence without asking why, but doesn't mistake that lack of qualms for But don't mistake that lack of qualms for blind obedience. Burke needs agency. He has a fundamental need to feel in control of his life, and you have put him in a position where that's no longer possible for him. He's good at seeing patterns and drawing accurate conclusions from the facts available to him, and he has deduced, quite correctly, that he was being trained for a specific scenario that Monarch believes will happen. He is also painfully aware of the fact that if and when that scenario arrives, he will not be part of the solution. He understands the nature of the striker units, that they are only useful in a zero-state situation, and he understands that in such a situation, a man without a striker suit is essentially dead. He doesn't know how about the lifeboat protocol, obviously, but if he did, he'd then also know he's not part of it. Either way, the bottom line is that he's in a hopeless situation. He fears that the end of the world is coming, and he knows that if it does, the only way he can survive is with the technology Monarch has denied him access to. He doesn't understand the details or even the exact nature of that end of the world, but that just makes it worse. Fear and lack of understanding breed tremendous anxiety, Mr. Hatch. He may not show it, but believe me, Burke feels it. For himself, for his family, it may interest you to know that his wife is pregnant. You can understand how that adds to the pressure. To be honest, given the parameters we're operating under, I don't know how to resolve this. In Burke, you have a tremendously efficient operative, but you've put him in an impossible position. I believe he will remain effective as long as he doesn't have reason to believe the scenario he fears is imminent, but once he believes it has arrived, all bets are off. That is, unless you can give him hope of survival, but at this point, resentment and suspicion are starting to turn into paranoia, and frankly, I'm not sure he would trust either of us anymore. And speaking of trust, I recommend that you think about what I said in my opening paragraph, Martin. Our greatest challenge and greatest assets in the subjective years to come won't be technological, but all too human. Don't make the mistake seeing people as just entries on a spreadsheet. Interesting. Whew. Aha. From Charlie Wincott, Amy Ferrero, to Ground Zero Op All. What up, fools? So I looked up Amy Ferrero. She checked out pretty much how you'd expect. Good grades, no student loans because daddy got money, popular. The classic, I'm better than you because I care so much. Package, I'm not studying anything even remotely useful in a world where you gotta work for a living. She's into this whole activist lifestyle, always protesting this or that, and generally just hugging every tree and saving every whale she sees. Yawn. On average, she signs 2 petitions a week and generally spends half her life sticking her nose in other people's shit. Credit where it's due, she's pretty good at it. Also, she's got a lot of friends who are all into this stuff, and she seems to be a real good at getting them coordinated. Kind of makes her perfect for our purposes, because if you can talk her into saying what we want, there's a lot of folks who are going to listen. No boyfriend or girlfriend. I don't know which way she swings. Why doesn't she put that on the internet? Doesn't she know that that's what it's for? But there's that family of hers. Looks like she got a real close ties, so if we need leverage, that's where we'll find it. You may want to make sure she stays on our side, though. Like I said, she's pretty popular with the rest of these people, and if they get the idea she's been screwed over, they just might get pretty mad. You know how these neo-hippie bleeding heart hipster types are, always up in arms about something. Holy shit, I'm glad I'm not in school anymore. Charlie. Yay, we got all the narrative objectives. Nice. Some ammo. Is it... It must be out. Yeah, I bet it's out. Wait. There it is. You thought you could get away from me? Chronon sources found. Nice. Alright, I think it's about to get busy.
Sir.
Paul.
Come back, goddammit!
Don't.
What did he just do? Oh shit. Ow. Shit.
Holy shit.
No kidding.
Gotta move. Come on. Okay. Focus, Jack. Focus.
Whew.
Stutters were getting bad. He's shifting back and forth without warning. At the time, I didn't think it could get much worse.
But we both know it did.
That is gonna hurt.
Shit.
Need to get the hell out of here. Jesus! Cutting a little close, Jack. It's like a goddamn maze in here.
No kidding. Climb. No, climb. Jack, climb. Am I missing something? There we go. Here we go.
Okay, keep going. No, not again.
Oh no.
No, not again.
What the? Give me out of this thing. Oh shit. Dang it! Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, take a moment to hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, subscribe and hit that bell notification icon to stay up to date with all the new videos. As always, I enjoy and appreciate your comments, and if you could share my channel and videos on social media and across the internet, it would help, as it is your support that keeps this channel going. So, until next time everyone, as always, please, stay safe out there.